Hello everybody, welcome back to Dominions 5. We're going to hop back into our Late Age Tenchi game, From Whence the Salt Flows. Turn just rolled over, and not much happened. Diplomatically though, I was able to kind of stabilize things with Erythea, and he told me he had not great expansion, and he was busy fighting or worried about a threat that can swim. So I assume he's perhaps busy dealing with Relay. That doesn't surprise me. If I were Relay, I would definitely want to expand west and get into all this water here. So I also sent him a few water gems, just sort of as a gift and as a as an extra incentive to not attack me here. Now, we're still just building the palisades here. We've got a mage priest coming to build temple and lab. Here we've got our temple and lab built in this province. And here we need to go ahead and build a temple and a lab. So let's decide here in terms of infrastructure what we can make. The other thing that happened is I built a lab here last turn, just so I wouldn't have just so I wouldn't waste a mage turn. So what's happened here is that Atlantis has also moved in. So Atlantis, this used to be Lemuria's, now it's Atlantis's. This here is a bunch of heavy cav that nobody's wanted to take so far. And he's got a palisades built here, palisades and a fort here. Itimu is in his capital over here. So I'm actually going to wait one turn here for my big army to get here with all my sacreds before we move in. Apparently here we recruited some guys, we forgot to take them with us. That's too bad. So now we can have everybody else, besides this guy who entered the site, actually research, so we didn't waste too much time. Let's move these guys. Yeah, like that. Actually, we'll split this into two groups. Like this. These could actually be hold and attack rear. Actually, I want them hold and attack closest. Their job is to intercept people on hold and attack rear. And then these guys, well, I don't think he's going to run into me here. He might. That would be very bold, given that he's under pressure from all sides. So this here can just be whatever, hold and fire. Whatever, this is fine. The script doesn't need to be too fine-tuned right now. Okay, we're still recruiting our sacreds. Now, something I do want to do is we do want to continue site searching. So we got a second earth dude. Then we got a nature dude. And I'm actually going to get like maybe 2 sets of earth and nature dudes just to site search everything pretty efficiently. We got pretty lucky on air 2s. We got a few here. Although they're old age, these guys tend to die in the first year when you recruit them during the first winter. So what I'd like to do here is I would like to get this going as a fort. And then I want to... see, I can't afford all of this because I would like to get this going as a fort as well. Oh, this guy's going to ping. So let's set that up. Yeah, that's fine. 337. No, there's nothing really here. All right, we'll like site search for one turn here. Because the sooner we get there's no point in building a lab here. The sooner we get the fort up, the sooner we can start recruiting, at a reasonable speed. And in fact, what we are going to do with our extra gold is, well, let's queue up some mages. There's a couple things I want to do. I want to get a Khan, just as another commander, because they're great commanders. They have 120 leadership, and so just to lead, my next wave of troops. And the other thing I want to do is... the last thing really we'll talk about in this episode, here, let's just preach over here. Yeah, the last thing I want to talk about is what what mages we're going to get. So these guys are obviously much better. They're good for combat and things like that, but they're only 13 research for 200 gold, whereas these guys are 9 research for 135. So or let's say 140, so it's 70% cheaper. Actually, it's not too bad. I thought these guys would be much more efficient researchers, but it turns out they're not. They're all kind of bad researchers. Because this is 135 over 9. The other one is 200 over 13. And those are pretty... So these guys are a bit less efficient. Oh, they're 220. That's actually more... Okay, that's actually more than I thought. So these guys are a lot less efficient. Like this is... yeah, 220, 226. Okay, so those guys are actually much more efficient. I mean, they're all pretty inefficient, but they are much more efficient. You know what we're gonna do? We're actually not gonna get more Earth dudes here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna switch this over. So we're gonna get a nature guy. We got an Earth. We're gonna get a nature guy, and then we're gonna switch to our cap only guys, which incidentally are also only 220. So at least we have that going for us. They're not very expensive cap only guys, and we're gonna get more of the ancestors over here, and we'll get like a. Oh no, we're at 220. It's okay. Next turn we'll get one. It's fine. We'll wait a turn because the fortress is going to take 2 months. Actually, no, that's awkward because if the fortress takes 2 months, whatever. It's a very slight inefficiency. I don't mind if we're late on one turn on getting a mage. Plus, next turn we're going to need a ton of gold because next turn, like we might not have enough gold. Next turn we need to build something here and something here. So the cheapest to be efficient, the cheapest that can be is like 800. So it's going to be very tight because we spend money on recruitment too. Although we won't spend more money on a mage, so that'll free up a bit of gold. Okay, this should be fine. I think next turn we'll have enough to build like either a temple or a lab here and temple or a lab here, and that should be fine. Okay, and then let's see. Let's actually move the scout over here because I expect Atlantis might move on to this fort. And if he does, I want to see that battle. And I don't know if Utgard is going to move in here, and I also don't know if Pan's going to move in here. I was thinking about getting another scout. Actually, you know what I want to see? I do want to see what Pan's movements are around here. Because if he's not attacking here, like, is he getting ready to take this throne, or is he moving on to one of the other neighbors? I don't know. And I want to. Also, we know that Mictlan is up here. So if this is Lemuria and Utgard, that means there's a player here. So this is Pan. So who is here? So by process of elimination, who do we have left? Oh, there's Ulm, Cetis, and Vedheim. So north of Man here is either Ulm, Cetis, or Vedheim, and then on here we have 2 more nations, which are either Ulm, Cetis, or Vedheim. Actually, no, there's another nation here. No, this is Mictlan, right. So Ulm, Cetis, Vedheim is like one of these guys. And these guys here. Okay, that's going to be it for now. See you guys next time. Take care.